This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so searching and analyzing logs with ELK. Okay, so how do we search and analyze the log? That is something which we are doing. So let me remind you, see, we have so many tools which we discuss about one concept which is called observability, right? And as part of observability, spelling mistake, I guess, right? Yeah. Observability, we need to collect the infra, correct? Then logs, and then trace APM, right? Now, earlier we had a different tools for it. So infra, you know that many tools we had it. For example, Datadog we had, Prometheus we had. Logs also similarly we had Elastic, ELK, we can call it, and then we had Splunk. These are the two popular ones. In traces, we had many tools like New Relic, AppDynamics, Dynatrace. Many tools are there. AppDynamics, Dynatrace, and all. So here, uh, means separate requirements, separate tools. We had it, but nowadays, you know what? Every tool is providing every functionality. Please understand this. So if you go to Elastic, everything you get it. Splunk, everything you get it. New Relic, similar. So no matter which tool you are going for it, you get everything. But because everything for each tool is not possible, so what I am doing, ELK, because they are specialized in the log analysis, so I'm covering logs. Splunk also logs. New Relic is specialized in the APM trace. AppDynamics specialized in trace. Datadog is specialized in the infra. Prometheus is also infra. So like that. So when you look at this here, I am understand that right now Elastic is capable of doing everything. Okay, but the feature which we are focusing on is log management. Understood, all of you? All
Yeah.
of you? Okay, so searching and analyzing logs with Elasticsearch. So let me, this is a different one. Let me just skip this some of the thing because I want to talk about something point to point, which will help you a better way. This one. So here we are talking about ELK. So what is ELK? So in ELK is basically stack. It's not a tool. Okay. ELK, whenever you call it, it's just stack. Stack means multiple tools. So in ELK, we have four tools. Okay. One is Elasticsearch, E for Elastic, L for Logstash, K for Kibana. And there is a fourth tool which is hidden actually. Sometimes we call it ELBK, Beats. Okay. So Elasticsearch, Logstash, Kibana, and Beats. Four things coming under ELK. So earlier, I'll tell you the historical background. Initially, we had Elasticsearch alone. Then Elastic as a company, they wanted to create a whole SIM process, just like a Splunk log analysis. So they introduced ELK. Now they saw like ELK will not help them company to grow in terms of revenue and all. So they introduced ELK, not ELK Stack, Elastic Observability. Okay, so please understand that observability. So current form of tools basically is observability. Very good in terms of observability. Older, if you go for it, then you have to learn Elasticsearch, DSL, and many other stuff. So it depends on what you are going for it. But because all of us are in SRE session, not DevSecOps, so you don't want to go for SIM. You have idea about SIM, right? All of you?
No.
SIM security, like security, information, enterprise management. That means for your entire
Oh, it's CM.
security,
CM you're saying. Okay.
SIM. Yeah. Okay. So DevSecOps is a part of the DevSecOps. SIEM. Splunk is a leader, Elastic is a second leader. Okay, so like this. So now these are the 4 software which we have. Now, so what is Elasticsearch? What is Logstash? What is Beats? And what is Kibana? This we need to understand. So let me give you one image which will help us better way. That will be, it will be good. In this means there is one problem, I'll correct it. So here what is happening? Uh, see, uh, you want to collect the logs. Now guys, logs, I don't think so I have to tell you what is logs and all, right? But the logs, it can be Windows log, correct? It can be Linux log, it can be network log, it can be some files where you have a logs, correct now? So many different places you have a logs. Okay. Now, how do we collect these logs? That is a question. So that is where there is a one agent has come. We call it a conceptually beat, 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 beat. So there is one agent, one executable, you will have it. So if you want to collect, I repeat, collect the logs from file, you use Filebeat. If you want to collect the logs from the network, you use Packetbeat. If you want to collect from the Linux, Metricbeat, Windows, WinLogBeat. So now you understood the concept of these beats, all of you. So these are the log collector, data collector, log collector, you can say, or data collector. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
guys, there's the problem what we have.
one question, Rajesh. Rajesh, one question. On the collector, there are agent and a collector, right? So for each
Mhm.
of these, we have a separate collector or a single collector will collect from all the different agents.
And that is a problem actually. That is a problem. The problem is for each different types of data, Elastic ELK has come up with the different beats. There is no one agent. All are separate installations. Let me show
No,
you
agent is
something.
fine, but I'm talking about a collector.
Collectors are different. In this here, different collector. Agent are different, no? So collector is inbuilt in the agent only. Correct now?
Okay,
Let me
okay,
show
got it.
you all this collector. I mean Elastic. See, mind it, collector will be built in a agent only. Okay, don't get confused. So these are the beats we have. Some of these I showed you in the image. See here, Filebeat for file, Metricbeat for Linux, Packet for network, Win for Windows, Audit for all the policies log, Heartbeat for checking uptime and all. So these are the multiple different collectors. I mean agent, and each of these has a different agent. Make sense?
Okay,
Now guys, this is the problem. Some data is a structured. Please understand that. Some logs and some metrics are structured, some are not structured, unstructured. Okay, unstructured. So what do we do in this case? So if you stored everything in the Elasticsearch, store, that means this is a storage database. This is the database where the metrics and logs will be stored. Please remember that Elasticsearch, where the metrics and logs will be stored. Okay, there are many other functions also for Elasticsearch. I'll talk about it. Okay, so if you store the unstructured data, then your results will not be good. So what we do? So basically we stash the log. Stash means filter, parsing, whatever name you want to call it, you stash the log. So that is where all the beats send the data to the Logstash, and Logstash is one software, one utility which stash the log and then send to Elasticsearch. Okay, and then this gets stored. So everything you have in the Elasticsearch, just like in Prometheus, we had everything stored in the Prometheus using TSDB concept. So Elasticsearch has an indexing, inverted indexing concept. Everything is stored actually. The beauty of Elasticsearch is like it, you can set up a distributed clustering and all kind of things, which was not possible in the Prometheus actually. Okay, so now you understood this flow. So you install the bit send the collect the data, send to Logstash for parsing. And if you don't want to parse directly, you send to the Elasticsearch. and Logstash will send the data to Elasticsearch for storage. So far so good.
Yeah.
Okay, now this arrow which is wrong actually. So this is the Kibana, just like a Grafana we had, right? Kibana software. This is a dashboard. So you with Elasticsearch also through API, curl and all, that's very difficult actually. So what to do? You can work with this Kibana, and Kibana will read this database. This arrow like should be opposite way, and then whatever the data you have in Elasticsearch, you can explore dashboard, query, alerts through Kibana. That is the whole concept of ELK. So here we call it ELKB. Now you understand the ELKB meaning of it?
Mr. Raj, this Elasticsearch, is it a kind of a time series database or is it what kind of database is that?
So this just a second, let me go to the image. So see here. Here Filebeat package, you should not ask this question here. You should ask this collector what kind of it's a, so basically this is forwarding the data, so it cannot be a time series. Okay. Time series most of the time full concept is there, the one which I discussed, right? So
Right.
now what is this? Filebeat is basically for log. So log cannot be a time series, remember? You have to collect all the logs, right? Logs cannot be. Packet beat is basically matrix. Okay, so it's not also time series. This is also matrix. When log event is an event actually. So yeah. So here in a nutshell, time series, no time series. But how do they store in this Elasticsearch? So they store in the index concept. We'll say index is equal to database. In SQL we call it a database, but in Elasticsearch we call it index. Now
Okay, like
index.
Postgres.
No, so in the Postgres is a SQL database, correct? No, SQL query will work. Relational or RDBMS, right? Relationship database. But index, we have an inverted index. Inverted. There's an algorithm inverted index. So let me show you. Uh, Inverted versus forward. There's a two algorithm actually. Okay. So this is the two algorithm. You can do offline research. So Elasticsearch uses the inverted index concept. Splunk also uses this inverted index. Got it?
Right, right, right. Okay, okay.
So it's stored here, and then ELBK. Now, where is my slide? Here it is. So done. So now the same thing. If you want to create a complex architecture, you can add a Kafka also, because sometime collection will be very high speed. Beats cannot process everything at a one time. So you can have a buffer Kafka for cache and all and queue, and then you can do that. Okay, so now what has happened? This is an interesting
So are
slide.
you suggesting for a log collection you go for Kafka?
No. Collection, you have a beats, but
Okay.
beats will collect the logs at the very fast speed, right?
Yeah.
And the Logstash need to process that log, clean the log, right? But cleaning
Okay.
and see, collecting is easy, but cleaning is little time
Yeah.
consuming, CPU intensive work.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
that case, your Logstash,
So mainly for buffering, you mean like
in order to
Kafka
avoid,
is
yeah, CPU RAM will not be there. So in order to avoid that, you can have a buffering
now what
Kafka.
I
You
just
send the,
wanted to understand what is the standard implementation or like recommended implementation.
all depends on your infrastructure. This is the enterprise infrastructure recommendation. If you're small, you don't need a Kafka Redis.
Okay. Redis still should be fine, but I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Both are same.
Yes, understood.
Both
Hmm.
Kafka and Redis are doing the same work. Two work primarily caching and queue management. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, guys, this is important slide. Now, what has happened? Elastic companies saw that people are getting frustrated with so many agents, so many bits, and they are not able to easily configure, easy to use. So what they did last year, I guess, I mean, it's been recently, what they did, they said, okay, let's do one thing. Let's merge all things together: Filebeat, Metricbeat, Heartbeat, Endpoint Beat, Winlog Beat, APM Beat, everything, and make it is one agent only. So what we call it now? So we call it Elastic Agent. Understood now? So that means earlier you were using, in my case, I was using Filebeat for logs, because log analysis we used to do through ELK. So most of the time we are using Filebeats. Metric Heartbeat we were not using because we had a different tool for networking. But now Elastic Agent can do everything. Can collect the logs, metrics, security, and many things. So that means one thing to install, configure, manage, scale, and configure. So that means what has happened? Whole this architecture you see here, it got converted into one agent, Elastic Agent. Understood now? Hello?
Hi,
Yeah, but
Raj.
this Elastic Agent is a paid version, right?
No, free one, free one. Okay. So now what we need to do? First, we need to set up Elasticsearch. Then we need to set up a Kibana, and then we need to set up one agent, and then agent will send the log to Elasticsearch, and from the Kibana we'll search the logs and see the errors. That's all. So these are the things which we need to do that.
So
So
this
now let
Logstash.
me,
So
yeah. So, tell me.
if agent is sending the logs, no combined logs on all this file beat, packet beat, and everything beat together as a single collector, and then it sends to the Elasticsearch, and then if you visualize through Kibana, then no this Logstash where this Logstash will come into picture.
So Logstash will be is parser basically. Let's say you want to enrich your log. For example, enrich your log. For example, there is Apache log, okay, and there is a Apache log, and it is sending this data, and you want to convert this Apache logs and modify. Let's say five columns is being sending, and you want to reach with 3 column, and you want to remove everything rest of the 3 column. Only these three you want it. So you can process this enriching, parsing, filtering, stashing using Logstash.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
here Logstash also have many rules actually. Let me show you. Log plugin. So these plugins will help you to different types of work. See, CloudWatch plugin will, this plugin will help you to get the CloudWatch data. Execute plugin will help you to capture the Excel command output. So many things are there. Hundreds of plugins are there. Depends on your requirement what you want to do. Twitter.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now let me show you the demo. So I have one machines already, and I am using it. So this is the machine. Putty. Login. Ubuntu. Sudo -s. Okay. And okay. Now mm, I'll stop the Splunk, okay, because I don't want to use the memory. So Splunk.
So these applications are deployed on the VM or any other
VM.
container.
See, if you want to save time, you can do in the containers. But the problem, I'm not using container during the session because you will not learn. So tomorrow you will say, Rajesh, how do I troubleshoot? I don't know. So that way I showed manually in the VM, but container one command will run this docker run, whatever it is right now. So elastic install, okay, Elasticsearch install, and DevOps. Now I'm using my tutorial. Why? Because it will save lots of time for you. Others you will finding the packages, registration, this, that. So it's a headache actually. So in this you have a packages already, latest one. This is the 7th, this is the 8th. 8th is latest one, okay? So I'm going and downloading this package. cd opt download this. In AWS it will be faster. This Elasticsearch I'm installing. Elasticsearch is your database in whole
Right.
architecture.
So we are installing it in Ubuntu, right, Raj? Ubuntu VM.
Yeah, everything I'm doing in Ubuntu, but this command which I'm showing you work on every Linux. It's not stick to Ubuntu alone,
Okay, okay.
because these are not a system command, right? It's a generic Linux command. And go inside this. Go inside this and cd bin. Now I don't want to start like this, why? Because I'll lose the console. So I'm lazy a little bit. So I have a commands to start in the background somewhere. I need to locate it, and that is somewhere. Not able to quickly locate it. Okay, now not complicating it. So let's start this. Enter. No how ampersand you can do that and do that stuff, but I'm running like this. Okay, there is a problem here, and the problem is logs. I was not expecting any error now, but it has come. Oh my god, how can I mix this? So here, good, you got these issues. So Elasticsearch is prohibited to run as a root. Okay, so that is a problem. You cannot run as a root. So I have to do one more download. Okay. Normal user, you have to use it.
Right, right. And this contains all the beats,
All the
and the collectors, agents and
no, no,
collector.
no, 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 no. It contains only Elasticsearch. That's what I said. No, step number 1, step number 2, and then agent will be third.
Okay, okay,
Got it? Yeah.
okay.
So beats, I'm not installing it because I told you, no, all these beats to use its old method, but I'm teaching you the latest one so that way you'll not out of date.
Okay, okay.
That's a problem. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just pausing the recordings.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes,
So I have downloaded this one, and let me delete this guy. and this guy also, and untar it. So I'm copying and pasting, it will be faster. And then go inside that. This one, and go and bin directory and run this. Okay, so now I'm running as a normal user, and I can copy this whole thing which I need to copy. I'll show you this. Done. Now you have to copy this one. This is where some basic setup information you get it. For example, username and password of Elasticsearch. If you want to configure Kibana, this is the one, and some more utilities. So done. Now I'm going to set up a Kibana. The same machine. It can be different machines also. So I'm going to set up. Kibana can be root, no problem. So Kibana, how do we do that? So Kibana install DevOps school. This will help you. Go to the official website also. There are so many tutorials are there, so you can read this. But right now, I just need to quickly get up and running. So I'll go OPT, download Kibana file, and untar this. Untar this. This is a dashboard solution. Okay. Done. Now Kibana is here, and I need to start this. But before that, I want to change one thing in this configuration file. Kibana.yaml. What is that? So basically, this is hard coded with local IP address, localhost, which I want to run with IP address, otherwise I'll not be able to access it from outside. So that's the problem which you have it. So what is IP address? I think I forgot. 172.31.44.10. That's all. You have to do this. And now you go to the bin, and finally you have to start the Kibana. So let me do this. This is the starting command, and Kibana is running. Back, path is no problem. Done. What is this? Oh, I run the Kibana. Now by default, Kibana will be running on the 3000 port. Sorry, 5610, 5601. Sorry. So that's a port. So can I go and get it? Kibana 5601. And see, this is the Kibana dashboard. Now here you have to give the enrollment token which you received from Elasticsearch, and enrollment token is this one. Done. And configure Elastic. Now you have to go inside the bin file, and there'll be one file which where will be OTP. You have to give it. So can I go and new session? Ubuntu 3D session I have opened. Sudo
I think it's already down
pt.
below your verification code.
Yes. I got it. 133961. 133961. Done. So your configurations for Kibana with Elasticsearch, this means connection is completed. So now what we did in this image, if you understand, I set up Elasticsearch, I set up a Kibana, both are done. Now we need to set up an agent. Okay, so what is username? Elastic is username, and the password I have downloaded somewhere here. This is the password. You can change also, it's not required. Done. Okay, so now if you see that Kibana, I just said this is complete observability setup. You will have it, machine learning, AI, everything, a lot of features you have it. So right now, that's not our priority. Explore my own. See here, enterprise search you can implement, observability you can implement. This is we are focusing. SIM security you can implement. If you're a big data guys, analytics and all, data warehousing, data ops guys, analytics will help you. And left side is so many features are there. See here, enterprise search, so many features are there. Features are there. Security, so many. Some management related features are there. Analytics, if you guys are into analytics, you so many. So what we need is here logs. This one. This is the one which we need. So how do we get the logs? So yes, you know that you have to install agent. Now all this thing you can install where? So there is one call. There is one button here, add integration. This button and this button same. It will take you to the same place. Click on it here. Now what you want. So now if you see that, uh, you know what has
Yeah,
happened.
so one basic question. This is Kibana, right? The visualization is Kibana, but this is showing Elastic. Um, so is this Elastic or Kibana?
Just a second. Let me solve this network issues first because my session is getting time out. It's
Okay.
creating trouble for me. So so where is Elasticsearch? Here it is. So no hub, this one, ampersand, enter, done. BG. So now it should not be a problem because okay. So just give me 2 seconds. Gone. Okay, what was your question?
My question is
Hello.
this one. Yeah, the visualization is Kibana, right? So Elastic is at the background. Okay. So here, if I look at the screen, it is showing Elastic on the top. So
Ah,
this
so see here. Good question, but it's very simple answer. Elastic is a company name. Okay, and they have a one product, Elasticsearch, Elastic Kibana, Elastic Logstash. Are you getting? Elastic
oh,
Beats, Elastic Agent. So understand this concept. Got it?
right. Okay, okay. Yeah, got it.
Kibana, but Elastic company. Okay. So I was doing something. Yeah. So I was installing this agent. How do we install it? So guys, I will go to
You're
here, click on
installing
the
a
add
Elastic
integration.
agent, right? Elastic
Yeah,
agent, right?
yeah,
Not the bits.
yeah. No, not the bits. Because Elastic agent, you have all kind of bits. Okay, okay. So now what to do? So here guys, you have so many integrations. You can see that which supports Elastic agent, which supports bits. But right now I'm going for Linux monitoring, Linux log and Linux matrices. So this one will help you. You read it, collect metrics from Linux server from with Elastic agent. Click on it. Now I have to install it. Now this is a configuration one, policy will be one, save and continue. little time, wait for a second. Okay, so here you want to do it now or later? Of course now. So now we are adding agent. Now do you want to add agent through fleet? Like if you do through fleet, hundreds of servers, agent can be installed in one go through fleet. But right now, no, only one standalone. And this is your policy file. What you need to do, you need to download and copy. So I'm copying also. It's a configuration file, you can call it. Okay. Now only thing you have to change here in these two. So username is Elastic, which I got it, and the password this one. So the things let it be same. Good to go. Now what I will do, I will download it. Now go down. These are the commands for Linux, Mac, Windows, or RPM, and all these things. So I don't need other operating system, but I need this one. These are the command to install agent. Can I do that? Go to the new machines and new Ubuntu and sudo -s. You can be a root, no problem, and download this. They have given you all the commands, okay? So I'm just running it blindly. Agent is size is little huge actually compared to other. Done. And here done. Okay, so now this is the one. Now what I did, I forgot actually. So tar I did this, right? Yeah, this is the agent folder. I'll go inside this. Okay, and you know, before installing you have to change the configuration file. So this file you see, right? I downloaded. So move this file to bkp, create this file, and enter and copy this whole content and save it. Done. Now install the, run the commands which will start the agent. Wonderful. Okay, this is important. Do you want to continue? Yes. Now do you want to make it this part of the fleet? No, no. I repeat, no. Okay. Here standalone installation I'm doing just for demo. And done. Okay. So can we check that Elastic agent is running or not? So I'm just checking because sometime it get failed because of some issues, but it's running. Wonderful. Now you know what? Agent is running. It is collecting all sort of data, sending to Elasticsearch, and from then Kibana you can browse it. This is you. Now what kind of data? So actually you should be mastered in this file. This is a YAML file. You should be mastered in. So if you go for the log section, I'm showing you just again here. See here. This is the agent input, and all these are log input. If you study a little bit, all the logs from this locations, excluding these files, it will be taking along with these locations, and so all this will be read. Can we validate? You should. So close this. Now go to the here observability log session, and
So,
here.
so Rajesh, one question. If there is a application specific, then we can create a
Oh
log
wait,
from
wait,
the
wait, wait,
application and
wait,
that we can edit here.
wait, wait, wait. 1 second. I think data is not coming, so I think I missed something. data is not coming. So what I missed? So see, agent is running, and agent you can see the logs also. But I think I know what I missed it. Okay, so I remember that now. Because we are not using certificate and all, so agent has enabled HTTPS. Remember, that means certificate, either valid certificate is required, okay, or something else. So what to do? So I
You're not audible, Raj.
Yeah, you're not audible.
hello, are you there?
Yeah, we lost you, Raj, for the
Yeah.
last 30 seconds.
Okay, so what I was saying, Elasticsearch is running with HTTPS by default. Because of that, but valid submit certificate is not there. So agent is sending the data to Elasticsearch, but Elasticsearch is not receiving the data. So what I need to do, I need to ignore the certificate issue. How can you do that? That is what I was trying to do. So here I'm going to kill this process. Kill -9, enter. Kill this process, and I'm going to tell, hey, have it without certificate. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'll show you this. Enrollment, Elastic Agent, install DevOps School, and this will help you. And what I need to do, SSL.verification underscore mode. So here SSL dot verification underscore mode colon none. Now this is needed actually. Okay, so I'm going to add this in the line sudo -s cd opt elastic agent vi elastic agent yaml done, and save it. Done. Now I'm going to start this one more time. Elastic agent. Not install. Start this time. What is this? Okay. So if I install. How do we start actually? Oh, stop. Mm, So here command is install, restart, install version. Restart is there, no? Restart. What? Restart, some flag required, right? Restart. But what flag is required? Just a second, let me search. I forgot this. Commands are correct. Maybe the file made it. Mhm. Done. I don't know why. Maybe this full path is taking. So that's okay. I'll just validate. Left and yeah, it's running. Okay, so now it should be okay. So can we go to, okay, the problem is, you know what? All the session got stopped. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So all the session got stopped because this internet which I'm using is need to be fixed for session out. So Kibana I'm starting, okay? Kibana. Elasticsearch also need to be started, okay? Oh, Elasticsearch no need to start because I started in the background, correct now? Yes, yes. So that is good. And now let's browse the Kibana. So where is that? 5601, right? Here it is. 5601. Yeah, it'll take some time. Now go to the logs and now go to the logs and wait for a few seconds. Everything is okay. It's just a matter of your service. Okay, let me check BG. Yes, hyphen. I'm just checking Elasticsearch is running or not. Elasticsearch. Yeah, running. Now Kibana is running or not. Let me check. Kibana. Ah, that's a problem. Kibana is not running. So I'm going to stop the Kibana first.
Without Kibana running, how is that page coming up, Rajesh?
That's a cache one.
Okay.
Kibana. Browser has a cache enabled. That's a problem. That's the reason you should not trust the browser.
Yeah. In my company, they used to give me a URL to see the health check of the Elasticsearch is running or not.
Yes,
No?
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll show that. I have that one. So the command is, I'll show the command is, you should run this command. So localhost 92200 and here Elastic and the password they'll be prompting you print like this, health of it. Okay, earlier it was very simple, but now the certificate they introduce, so that's a problem. Running elastic username and the password is this one. Now we should explore the logs. What is this? Hmm. Oh my god, this is really irritating. I have to find out a permanent solution for this. Ubuntu. What's happening? Session for the Kibana is getting problem. So let me run this Kibana whether it's running or not. ef grep Kibana. I see it's not running. So now what I'll do, I'll run in the background because I don't have a patience anymore. No hub, this guy, and ampersand. EG, two process should be there. But oh, what is happening? Kibana, the port must be used actually. I have to kill that. Okay, not port. This one. You run as a service, you will not have this problem. But in order to troubleshoot, you need to do. I need to show you that. Okay, so should be good now. VG, good. So an Elasticsearch, VG, good. Okay, so everything is great. Now login. Now you go to the logs and agent should be installed. Data, I should be seeing the data because I installed the one agent already. Let me check that agent is running or not. ps-ef grep agent and it's running, right? Yeah, it's running. See that. So everything should be good. Now let me check the data first. Not coming so far. No data has come. So what could be the reason? Now, did we just give me 2 minutes. So all thing is happening because session timeout. All DevOps school. I'm validating. So now if you see that here, ssl.verification underscore mode. Can you check that spelling mistake? ssl.verification underscore mode, which is none. Correct now? It should be good.
Yeah.
Now I'm checking Elasticsearch is running or not because every data will come from there, right?
Right.
Elastic and the problem seems to be with Elasticsearch, I guess. Let me check. Mm, okay, I'm checking the Elasticsearch because I'm not able to trace that.
Okay.
Wait to check Elasticsearch, and enter. They'll ask you the password. Yeah, it's running. So Elasticsearch is running. So what could be the reason? Kibana is running, everything is running. Why data is not coming? Let me check the agent. Install agent, Elastic agent. Okay, let's do one thing. I'm doubting this agent got corrupted or something. Let's do one thing. Sudo and Elastic agent uninstall. This is not okay, no problem. So I'll do one thing. Finally, I have to take one very hard step, and that is because I don't know what problem it has happened, and I'm going to kill this process. -9 enter, and good. Now go back and delete this agent, and now *-jet xvf, and this is the file, and now go to agent, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this file and copy this file, and now finally going to vi elastic agent.yaml, enter, paste it and save it, and finally run this and end. Yes, no, should be good. Okay, there's a problem in the YAML file. There's YAML issues. This I can solve it. Maybe the last time also this is a problem because of modifications. App should not be used space. Okay, it's a YAML file.
Right.
Save it. Installed. Yes. No. And let me ps-ef grep, and it's running. Should be okay now. It's wasted my time lots of. Okay, so can we go and check the observer discover? And now wonderful. So now these are the logs which you can explore. These are the matrices. You have it. You see. Now where do you explore the logs? This is the best place. And try to find out the issues. So what do you want to search? Let's say error I want to locate. This is the error. So I want to know all the lines which has error space reporting. What to do? If you know Google search, you know this one also. Here, see error reports. You want to know the lines which has errors but not reports. So error or reports, something like this. This is a techniques. And operator you can use, and so like this. So this we call it a log searches, and then based on the log searches you can do some more stuff. Here you can create alerts and stuff like that. So if you think there's alerts, so accordingly you can do that.
This looks like Splunk, Raj. Is it similar?
100%. It's a
Okay.
competitor, right? I told you, right? Elasticsearch and Splunk both are competing with each other.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay. And the health check URL, is there a way
Uptime,
that we can?
uptime. So this is a uptime. Uptime is a synthetic monitoring. We have not enabled it, so you won't get it.
Okay,
So let's say you have to install, say if you want to set up uptime, this is a utility, and you have to have a YAML file for this utility, heartbeat. And here you have to, this is important. No, sorry. This is important one. So heartbeat.monitor, whichever you want to monitor, this URL you have to replace here. It can be IP address or port number.
right, right. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so the now main thing is you have to start working with the logs and start finding the logs. So right now we have only system logs. So let's say SSD logs here. So these are the logs we have. Now if you want to find by something like some special character, let's say 22. So and 22 here. This is the filter. You can click here dot view details also, and here these are the what do you say table, I mean fields. Okay, so you can do that. You can filter by fields also. So here you see you're filtering all the fields where the agent is equal to this one. So you can go more view in a context and see. So field will be for filtering. Okay, say let's say you want to filter by all the agent which is coming from the availability zone 1A. By the way, I have only one machine, so not to make a sense. See here. So here all the machines logs which is here, and you can keep adding the pipe here. Let's say add a pipe and search error, something like this. There's no error actually. So got it?
Do we need to give only error or
No,
search error?
error. No. You can find anything, but typically what you will search for some error or some message,
Yeah,
something like that, right?
right, right. Just the keyword, is it?
Yeah, keyword. Error is a keyword. For example, deactivated. Here it is.
Okay.
Yes. So these are deactivated, 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 like this.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so this is something which you have to do that. Any questions so far?
No, no, Rajendra, the Logstash, no, that we didn't saw, right? So,
Yeah. So typically for the machine agent, Logstash is not a good idea. Elastic agent not. If you're using Filebeat, then you can use Logstash and parse it and then do that. So I have a tutorials for that also, but with the Filebeats. Logstash install DevOps. So this here is your, here is the
solution.
executable. There's a
Right.
configuration file here, input, output, and here filter plugins will come. This is a blank one. Filter plugins, nothing you are doing. And this is the way you can start the Logstash process. Output will be Elasticsearch, input will be your beats 50044 5044.
Right, right.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so practice it.